Well, my name is Jonah Satterfield. I am from Glendale, Arizona, and I'm a sophomore at Ironwood High School.
Nice. And tell me a little bit about how you got involved with Read Better, Be Better.
I got involved with Read Better, Be Better in 8th grade when I joined the after-school leadership program. I was a leader. I was partnered with younger students to help them learn how to read, improve their media literacy, and understand the messages in the story better.
That sounds really incredible. What was it like when you were in that program?
It was definitely a big learning experience for me. I definitely had to learn how to be a bit more patient with younger students and how to understand how they're viewing this more.
Yeah, because teaching reading is not the same as reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me, I mean, as a reader, I've got to know what you like to read. What are your favorite genres, your favorite books?
Well, I really liked fantasy. I also read a lot of informational books. Just
Nice.
recently, I read Vanishing Treasures. It was a book about animals that are endangered, going extinct, and how you can help them.
That's so cool. I need to get more into nonfiction. I read mostly fiction, fantasy, romantasy, that sort of thing. And did you always like to read, or were you more interested in reading once you got started with this program?
I definitely did not always like to read, but joining Read Better, Be Better definitely taught me how to appreciate reading more, and it cultivated my reading experience. And I definitely find myself reading and liking to read a lot more now.
Yeah, I think having those opportunities to read and be around the written word all the time, they always increase your enthusiasm for it. And I know we talked about what you like to read. Do you have a favorite book or book character?
I don't have any specific favorite books, but I did recently read Of Mice and Men. I really enjoyed that book. I liked George's character. I liked how hard he tried to be successful and to work hard, and I resonated with his willingness to do anything for his family.
I love that. And when you think of Read Better, Be Better, what do you think of? Like, how would you describe it to somebody who maybe has never heard of it?
How I would describe Read Better, Be Better to somebody who's never heard of it is a nonprofit organization that at the lowest level connects young readers to leaders to help them cultivate their reading skills and help them develop a passion for reading. And at higher levels, like the Youth Leadership Council, it helps teach high school age students like myself to become outspoken leaders who want to make any impactful change in society.
And talk to me a little bit about the Leadership Council, because I know you're on it and you're very passionate about it. So, why did you decide to join it?
After 8th grade, I really found myself enjoying We Better Be Better, and I decided to join the YLC. And it taught me a lot. I met a lot of important leaders in our society. I met with multiple politicians and like the state board, and they taught me how they did their job and how they got into it, and it was very helpful for me.
What was that like meeting so many politicians that maybe people have only seen or heard of on TV?
It was definitely a bit like crazy at first. You know, it's not every day you meet politicians, but it was also a very good learning experience. You know, meeting these people, talking to them in person, and like taking a picture with them afterwards.
And what would you say is the biggest goal for the Youth Council? What do you guys really want to achieve?
We really want to just help make a positive impact in our society, and especially in those more underdeveloped areas that don't get as much help as they should.
For sure. And I know that Read Better, Be Better, it's all about having that good foundation for reading and for learning. Why do you think it's important for kids to have a good foundation of reading?
I think it's important for kids to have a good foundation for reading because it helps them develop empathy, it helps them consume and retain new knowledge, and it really sets them up for success all the way up to their college career.
I love thinking about the empathy piece because there is so much empathy that can be gained from reading about someone's life experience that's different from yours. Have you seen that in the students that you worked with when you were in 8th grade?
Yes, I definitely think that like interacting with people that don't read a lot, interacting with people that read every day, you can definitely like tell the difference between how they view the people in the world around them.
That's a very good point. And I know this is kind of fantasy-like, so maybe we'll both like this question. If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about reading education in Arizona, what would you change?
If I could wave a magic wand and change one thing, I would want to give parents the time and resources they needed to teach their kids how to read at a younger age. So that way, once they went on to kindergarten and school, they were ready for success and they're ready for the next steps.
I love that. And especially because a lot of reading happens at home before you go into school. That's awesome. And when you were talking to these politicians and lawmakers, what did you want them to understand about why reading education is so important?
What I wanted these politicians and like change makers in our society to understand is that it's crucial to fund our teachers, our schools, and our reading organizations so that way they can help cultivate this next generation to really better our society.
And I have to say, you were so I can tell that you are so passionate about this. What do you hope to do, after graduation with these skills that you've learned with Read Better, Be Better?
After graduation, I really just hope to get into a good college and a good career so that way I can really make a direct impact in the world and the people around me.
I think you're already doing that. You're making a direct impact already. And I know we just talked about a lot, a fairly short period of time. Is there anything else you feel like people either don't know about Read Better, Be Better that you want them to know, or anything I missed out?
What I want people to know about Read Better, Be Better is that it's not just like, this like boring part-time like organization to work for, but it really is like fun and a good way to connect to people from all around the state. Like I've made new friends in here, I've met new people, and I've been all over the state just helping schools and events.
Do you have a favorite memory of when you were in 8th grade and you were working with the younger students?
My favorite memory in Read Better, Be Better would probably be when I got to visit Arizona's capital. I really liked seeing where our leaders in the state work, what they do every day, and what they're trying to do actively, and it was a very good learning experience for me. Reading is important to me because it's always been a part of my everyday learning experience in high school. It's shown me a lot of new worldviews, a lot of new perspectives, and how people from all around the world think and how they view their society and their part of the world.
Well, thank you so much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you taking the time.